Hey, hello. Today, man, we'll be talking about the top 7 movies that I recommend as an entrepreneur. As you see behind over here. Man, I love movies. Man, I grew up watching movies, and so this is very near and dear to my heart. In order to share with you guys, but everybody has a different list and on movies, and maybe you can share some with me on some of your movies you like to watch as an entrepreneur and the reasons why in the comments below. But hey, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. And let's go ahead and get started. So with that said, man, the first movie that I'm going to share with you guys is a movie called Joy. So as you'll see over here, Joy it talks about a story of a family across 4 generations centered on the girl who becomes the woman who founds a business dynasty and becomes a matriarch in her own right, facing betrayal, treachery, the loss of innocence, and the scars of love. Joy becomes a true boss of a family empire in a world of so much more. So, man, this movie was great, and what it really did for me and what it kind of represents is just kind of like the lifestyle of an entrepreneur, the ups and downs, the struggles, but she just kept going. And so definitely would be a good movie to watch. And so I'll say this, man, as we're here quarantined, I'm providing these movies for you guys to get a chance to watch, whether it be on Hulu, Netflix, and all those other good ones. Again, for some reason, my mind went blank. I can't think about it, but but yeah, Joy is a good movie to watch. Another movie that comes in the same vein. Oh yeah, so basically with that, enjoy the process. There's going to be struggles. There's going to be ups and downs, but just keep going. Don't quit. That's what entrepreneurs do. The second movie that I would recommend is, what is that? Walt Before Disney. This movie was a very good movie. Everybody looks and they see Disney World and Disneyland. Man, this was a truly inspiring movie to me because it kind of displayed Walt, this guy right here, he plays Walt. Walt's creativity, it was great. It was awesome. But then it shows you this team right here. He tried to get many different offices, but he was very bad with finances. He had that vision, of creating something big, a cartoon, started with a cartoon. And who would have thought it would have ended up several years later now into Disney? You know what I'm saying? But he just started with doing the mouse, So it never despise humble beginnings. So when you're starting your company, keep working it, keep pressing, keep moving forward. The other thing that this brought about with Walt is that his brother was great with finance. He wasn't. This dude would spend a lot of money. He was the big dreamer, the visionary, and his brother was great with finance. And he got involved with him and tried to help him and scale back in different areas. But man, this is just a great movie to watch. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's showing you the lifestyle of an entrepreneur, the ups and downs, the stuff that you don't see, the real rawness of entrepreneurship. If you're really thinking about going that route. The next movie, the third movie that I would put on this list is Zootopia. Now, the reason why I may recommend Zootopia, and I think they actually changed this to Zootropolis and other areas, is that this person right here, which is the bunny, it really speaks to the naysayers, Man, she had plenty of naysayers. She had her parents, was trying to stop her from being a police officer, saying she's too small, saying many different things. Even people in her small town were discouraged and said, "You'll never be a cop in the big, town." Zootopia, and so that was crazy, But not only that, when she went to go to training to become a police officer in the academy, they were downing her, And so the other good thing about this is that she didn't let that stop her. She didn't let what small-minded people say, actually affect her. She actually turned it around for her good. And that's another thing that you got to do too. As an entrepreneur, you got to know what drives me and constantly keep that in front of you, So for example, for me, is that what drives me in this entrepreneurship game is that I'm the underdog. People look down on me, my employer, maybe my employer, they don't appreciate who I am or what I brought to the table, specifically. So I constantly keep that before me. Another one is that, I want to prove to myself that I can be successful. You know what I'm saying? In the online space, that's something that I'm working on now. So, it's something that, prove to myself and my family that I can make it, and then there's another one. Now I'm not going to share that one. I'll probably tell you that in another video, but yeah, those things you got to keep before you in order to continue to progress forward. It's going to keep pushing you when times get hard. So again, this is a great movie, and plus it's a kid-friendly movie too as well. I got kids, so I'm able to watch it at any point, at any time. All right, movie number 4. The next movie that I'd recommend is the movie Founder. This movie Founder was a very powerful movie. It's about Ray Kroc and how he came upon the idea of McDonald's, which really wasn't even his, if this story is fully true. But man, this movie was powerful because this really introduced me to systems, man. I'm a very practical, hands-on person, and so Founder really introduced me to that. It talked about, the brothers of McDonald's, and how they had started at McDonald's, and they were selling all types of food, but then they found that, hamburgers was going real well, and therefore they scaled down to just doing hamburgers and took everything else off of their menu because that was selling good. And so the other thing that it really shows in here is systems. It shows that, for example, when you buy a McDonald's franchise, you're honestly buying a system. You're not buying it for the burgers, because when you go to McDonald's University, they're teaching you about the system. So, for example, hey, if you're going to make the fries, you got a fryer, you got to put it on 350, put the fries in there, let them go in there for like 5 minutes. Then after that timer goes off, take it off, let it hang there for about a minute, getting out the grease, and then you got to put it back in for a second dipping and just do it for 2 minutes. Then after 2 minutes, take it back out, let it sit for a minute, and then, throw it over into the bin and do this amount of, salt. So, hey, is that how it works at McDonald's? No, I don't know. I was just basically sharing that to say that, man, that's a system. It shows you how things work. It's a step-by-step process that you can plug anybody into the system, a proven system. So that's powerful. For those that want to be entrepreneurs, systems are very important. All right. So number 5. My number 5 movie would be the movie 10,000 BC. Yeah, this is the movie. The reason why I love this movie is that this guy, where's he at? Yeah, the main character here, this guy right here, I'm very encouraged by him because he is basically going to become a leader of this tribe. His girl that he fell in love with gets kidnapped and taken to a faraway, city, and he goes on this journey. But in this journey, what he doesn't understand is that you have to become, you cannot be the same person you are right now in order to lead the tribe that you're going to need to lead. And that is a powerful statement that I'm saying to you, because that's the same thing in business. The business that you're going to be running, from where you are now, where you want to take it, you cannot be the same person. You have to constantly be developing, reading books, and be challenged, because you will not be the same person in the process, because you go through ups and downs. You got to trust the process. You go through ups and downs, and you'll be transformed and changed. Some of y'all will be coming out from becoming an employee, come from an employee to being an employer. You know what I'm saying? And that's a huge jump. Yeah, big time. So anyway, I love this movie for that fact. I watch it often. 10,000 BC. Like I said, you're gonna become a different person. You won't be the same person. In regards to that. The next movie, number 6, would be The Mask of Zorro. I know this is an old movie and everything, but it's still classic. And the reason why I recommend it is that, man, you need a mentor. Antonio Banderas, wants to be Zorro, and Anthony Hopkins used to be Zorro. So he's a mentor. He's like, that's where you want to go? That's who you want to be? I know how to get you there. When you're going along this process of entrepreneurship, you need to look at somebody who's way ahead of you, and is actually living the lifestyle that you're living. And you need to glean from them. You need a mentor to help you along the way to make it faster. And so if you don't have a mentor, that becomes hard, or it takes longer. And so man, it's just proven that people have mentors. I could go down a long list of mentors for different people, but I'm not going to do that. I think I looked at something by Ty Lopez, and he shared something, do you need a mentor? And I'll actually put that in the description. I'll put that video in the description, and look at it. It's pretty powerful, so we all need mentors. And the last movie that I would say, drum roll please, is the movie Troy. Now, I could have did several different ones. There's one like 300 also goes into this realm. Oh, let's take that step back. But the reason why I picked Troy is there's a powerful scene in here. When they're about to take the shore of Troy, is that you need a team to scale your business. So no matter how gifted you may be in one area, you always need to staff your weaknesses. And so all that to say is that, man, it was powerful when he had all the Myrmidon with him. You got to watch the scene. But man, when you have a synergy, you can do some amazing things. And you see how that small group of people took a whole shore because it was just them. So anyway, man, that's it. That's my 7 movies, man, that I would say on entrepreneurship, man. So hey, if there's any other movies that you feel that that's not a part of this list, man, please share it below. I would love to hear your insights on what you think would be some good movies to watch in regards to entrepreneurship. Thank you so much for tuning in to my channel. My name is Artiz again, Artiz. And I'm a life coach as well as an entrepreneur. Yeah, check me out. I'll be dropping content now, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Man, it's just going to be having helpful tips for those who want to be entrepreneurs, those who are small business owners, and who wanting to make that jump from an employee to either self-employed or employee to an employer as an entrepreneur. So, hey, with that said, thank you so much for tuning in. Y'all have a blessed day. All right, peace.